back with another video on me doing the whole redo on do men like overweight women. But before we get into it, follow me on Instagram at India__Michelle and Snapchat India.94. Now let's get to it. So the reason of me redoing the video on do men like overweight women is because, you know, some people was fucking with it and said that, you know, what you saying was true, but it was just certain language I use, and then some people just flat out didn't like it. And I can understand that. So I will say I apologize for certain language that I use, like saying all and or just making it sound like it was facts. But to me, I didn't think that. But you know, I'm just going off on what certain people was telling me. So again, I am sincerely sorry for that, because I know that I am a YouTuber. Even though I'm small, I will eventually, you know, become big. And one day, you know, somebody might see that previous video and be like, oh, okay, she's body shaming, which I feel like I wasn't. But I mean, I'm explaining why I feel like I didn't. But this video is to basically elaborate what I meant. And the reason that I'm still leaving that video up is because I'm human, and it's not like I was 16 and made the video. I'm 26 and I knew exactly what I was saying. It was just that certain things I was saying on the video was supposed to be, that's kind of the certain, when I talk like that, it's kind of like kitchen talk, as we say. Basically talk that you do like behind when the cameras is not rolling. So yeah, I'm gonna get into that. I have certain DMs that I had from people basically, and it was, you know, I have some friends of mine that are over plus size women, and they didn't have a problem with the video. I asked them, like, you know, just keep it real with me, do you have an issue with the video? And they said no. And I respect that. You know, some people's like, oh, well, maybe they just in their feelings, fuck them, keep it pushing, blase, blase, blase. And like I said, certain people said, you know, everything you was saying was true, but certain language you was using was a bit harsh. That I understand. And some people was saying that the whole video was disgusting. That I cannot get with, because I don't feel like the whole video was disgusting. I can just say that the video did have some points where it was a bit harsh, and I should have kept it 100 with you, yes, but use certain, like I said, certain languages and throughout the video. And then, you know, some people say they like overweight women. Some people say they don't find overweight women attractive at all. So that's just people's prerogative. Like, that's your business. Like, that's your preference on whether you like overweight women or not. Now, my thing is, when people say, oh, you shouldn't talk about, as a slim person, as a skinny person, you shouldn't talk about people that are overweight. And that to me is a stretch. As a YouTuber like myself, I will limit myself to only just talk about certain things that's relatable to me. Now, certain things that I talk about, I have either dealt with, other people have dealt with, or I got, you know, certain advice from other people, majority of men, when I put out certain videos. So sometimes it's personal and sometimes it's not. And, you know, even when it comes to bloggers, especially celebrity bloggers, you can't say that, what you gonna say, oh, they can't talk about celebrities because they're not celebrities. Yes, they may not be celebrities, but they're bloggers who talk about celebrities. That's their niche. So they will be, what else they're going to talk about? Something that's relatable to them, that's boring. People want to figure out what's the tea about certain celebrities. And then let's get to people like Monique. Monique was overweight for a long time. Until like a few years ago, when she kind of realized, you know, from her husband, Sydney, when she was at her heaviest weight, and he asked her like, how much do you weigh? As her husband, he wanted to know. And she lied about the weight and said a certain number. And even though she lied, he even was like, whoa, like, you know, I love you as your husband. I love you as, you know, I'm not saying you got to be a skinny woman. I'm okay with you being plus size, but be healthy and be at a certain size that's healthy for your height. And especially, you know, as you get older, let's be honest, weight does cause, being overweight, especially obese, does cause health issues, especially as you get older. Okay. But let's get back to the whole thing of people saying I was body shaming. To me, that was a stretch. I feel like people use that, and yes, I acknowledge that certain things I was saying, but I'm gonna keep it real with you. And you might want to click out if you're still gonna be sensitive throughout this video. It's gonna be a little lengthy because I'm elaborating. You cannot sit here and be okay when people like Monique, or it was okay when it was Monique, oh, you skinny bitches this, you skinny bitches that. It was hee hee ha ha then. But then when someone, I forgot the woman's name, when someone, white lady, she's like fitness guru. I want to say she does like military boot camp type of diets and training. But when she said something about Lizzo and her health, oh, she's fat shaming. Oh, Lizzo should be just okay where she is. Why would you want to promote somebody being big? Lizzo is morbidly obese. Now, if I say that, oh, you know she's not. Yes, the fuck she is. When Lizzo first came into the scene, I want to say it was the BET Awards, and she was playing a little flute, and you know, she was doing her little thing, dancing or whatever. It was cool, you know. It's like, okay, we see a plus size girl, and she's doing her thing. She's making music hot or whatever, if that's your type of, you know, sound to listen to. And then she kind of flipped it to a whole thing of this whole thing where you're trying to push, I'm plus size, I'm beautiful, and I'm this and I'm that. And it's like, all right, cool. It was cool at first. And then the whole thing at the NBA game, and she had an ass out. It was very classless. It wasn't tasteful for her, and she made herself look like a fucking fool. And it was like, you could tell she had certain insecurities about her. Oh, how is she insecure? Because where's the fucking music? You don't hear Lizzo, and I'm not a big Lizzo fan, but I don't hear people say, oh yeah, you know, Lizzo just dropped a new single featuring such and such, or just by herself. You see Lizzo somewhere dressing like a fucking fly for Halloween. Like, girl, you playing yourself. And then it's like, the reason I say I feel like she's insecure, and I'm not judging her for being insecure. I'm not saying you gotta be big to be insecure, but you sitting here trying to push a certain agenda to people. You cannot make somebody feel what you're doing just because you're plus size, and then when they're not fucking with you, oh, you body shaming. That's the most tired, weak excuse that people can do, and it gets annoying. And it's not just with plus size women. A lot of people do it when it comes to certain things. Now back to the lady I was talking about. She talked about how, you know, if Lizzo, and I'm paraphrasing, if Lizzo doesn't really, you know, check her weight, she could, you know, possibly die, you know.
There's a middle ground here. Now it's like, oh, that woman is 250 pounds, good for her. And it's like, it shouldn't be one way or the other. It's really no one's business to comment. It's not something you should judge. It's not something you should celebrate. That woman's health is up to her. But, 250 pounds, I would say 999 times out of 1,000 is going to mean heart disease, cancer, diabetes, autoimmune issues, and early death. Like, I
have to say, they're putting images out there that we normally don't get to see, of bodies that we don't get to see being celebrated. And
why are we celebrating her body? Why does it matter? That's what I'm saying. Like, why aren't we celebrating her music? Because it isn't going to be awesome if she gets diabetes.
Well, I want to ask you...
I'm just being honest. Like, I love her music. Like, my kid loves her music. But there's never a moment where I'm like, and I'm so glad.
To be honest, she's right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here on my channel and say, yes, girl, you being 5'5" and 200-something pounds, you the shit. No, you need to be at a certain height. I mean, not a certain height. Be at a certain weight that's suitable for your height. I'm not saying you have to be a size 2 or 9 or you know what, something like that, but be healthy. Now, yes, on the other video, it kind of came off as, bitch, you fat, you need to lose some fucking weight. It probably was perceived like that, but that's not what I meant. People just took what they wanted to do and ran with it. But I'm not hating on Lizzo. I'm not shaming Lizzo. I'm just saying, if you want to be plus size, cool. But don't try to do this whole thing where we body shaming you. It's just like, okay, you another. And then when I said something about white people use her as a mascot, they do. When I said that white people do not promote plus size women, they don't. You don't see a whole bunch of people of Caucasian descent saying yes, being plus size is the shit and you thick. No, they don't call that shit thick. That's another thing. Before I get into that whole thing of being plus size is thick, that's not thick. That's basically saying you're normalizing being unhealthy. Okay, listen to what I said. So don't go back and say, oh, there she go, body shaming. If you feel like I'm body shaming, this video, I'm not going to keep apologizing for it. Stop being delusional. And I'm saying it with love, like a little bit of tough love. Stop being delusional. Stop living in this fantasy of when certain people say something about you that doesn't look like you, you feel like they body shaming you. That has, no, like, get out of here with that shit. But back to what I was saying about white people looking at her as, using her and saying, using her as a mascot and saying, yes, black people like Gabby Sidibe, the girl who played Precious back when she was hot, that's your standard of beauty. No, we shouldn't use that as as our standard of beauty. Being obese is not a standard of beauty. Okay, I don't give a damn if you're dark skin, light skin, or brown skin. Being plus size in our community, no, that's basically saying in a nice way, kill yourself slow. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, they don't push that narrative. You don't even see, when it comes to white people, movies or TV shows, when it comes to love interests, what type of women do you see? You see people like, what's that girl name? Megan Fox, or people that's similar to her. Slim, lean, tall, you know, what's that surf show? Damn, I can't even think of it right now. But that type of look. So I'm not gonna say I was like I said, I apologize for the previous video on the language I use, but what I meant, I'm standing firm on it. Now let's move on to when I say broke men like overweight women. I still stand on that. Now what I will clean up and say, not all broke men like overweight women. Not all overweight women can only get a broke man. But let's be honest. And people said when I used the whole reference of Sweetie and Quavo, and it doesn't matter who I use. I'm just saying when it comes to celebrities, whether they're in entertainment or athletes or actresses, when do you, in a mass number, I'm not talking about ones and twosies, nor am I talking about, like I said in my previous video, on somebody that they were already together and they stayed together. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about somebody that was considered broke and now they're rich and they have someone that's, you know, a girlfriend or wife. When do you ever see somebody just go from let's just say their baby mama was big, right? I.e. Biggie. Biggie, you don't see Biggie first baby mama. They keep her well hidden. He got with Faith, light-skinned chick. She wasn't skinny, but she was slim. You know what I'm saying? She had, you know, she was thick, you know what I'm saying? Then he left, they separated. Then he got with Charlie Baltimore, another light-skinned chick and even more slimmer than Faith. So yeah. And even though that's Biggie, it's a lot of them. Even still to this day, you don't see a lot of people just go out and do that. And people say, oh, but that's just a small amount of number. That's a cop-out. Celebrities and entertainers and actors, they're just a small amount. Everyday people, yeah, but that's where we go on the whole fantasy shit. And when I mean by broke, I mean like, let's just say y'all started, like I said, y'all started off, y'all were just everyday regular people, average mid-class people, and your husband or boyfriend, you know, somewhat in shape or fully in shape, and he comes up in money, and let's just say before he came up in money, he encouraged you to lose weight, and then you kind of, you know, pressure him or manipulate him to say, oh, you're body shaming me because you want me to be a certain way, you want me to look a certain way, and no, he just wants you to be healthy. But, and that goes with any woman. He's not going to, any person with the right mind is not going to stay with somebody that's comfortable where they at, okay? And that's basically what I meant. Especially, let's also be real, ladies, if you're overweight and you're with someone that's in shape, 6-pack, what makes you think he ain't going to encourage you to lose weight? Not saying he doesn't love you at a certain size, and not saying again that you have to be slim, but when do you see a man that's in shape, that's with an oversized, overweight woman, and he just wants her to stay that way and never encourage her to live at least a healthy lifestyle? Like I said about Monique and her husband Sydney, okay? And even with the somebody out here I know that's named Kemp even said the same thing. He agreed with what I said, but he elaborated a little bit more. And that's what I mean. Like, when you come up in success, you don't want to be in the same situation that you was before. You want to leave all the toxic baggage that you had in the past, and you want to move up. When you can't still have that broke, we were struggling mindset when you're quote unquote, you know, rich. You know what I'm saying? And I did this video before, and I'm mad I lost it. It was just as good, and I'm gonna still deliver, but I really had it. But that's why I'm redoing this whole video, and that's why it took me so long to redo this video. But anyway, now let me because it's already about 20 minutes. Damn near about to be 30 by the time I fucking finish. So I apologize for how long it is. You know, watch half and half, whatever. But now let's get to the whole Instagram models and like, just I'm gonna go back to when I say about plus size women being desirable, especially when it comes to social things. And then and this is another thing, somebody was saying well, you know, and I don't know why this person said that, they was like well, on Pornhub and we're gonna go there, on Pornhub, the 5 top categories are BBWs. Yes, but let's be honest. And especially when it comes to black porn, if you watch porn, they have the most outrageous type titles. 2 ghetto bitches fucking this big cop. I was like, oh my god. But when I click on, let's just say I click on, and me and my friend, we was talking about this, and it was kind of funny, but it was kind of fucked up at the same time. When you click on BBW videos, let's be honest, they kind of portray the videos like a fetish. You know what I'm saying? Black porn stars overall already get treated like fetishes, but when it comes to BBW categories, they really get treated like a fetish. Like, you have this this dude with a 6-pack fucking the chick that's like 400 or 500 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when you hear the word fetish, it's like one of those things where, let's just say, people who have a fetish for feet, it's not a thing where you kind of glorify. It's kind of like a hidden secret. So basically, you're like a hidden secret. You know what I'm saying? Even when people say I gotta, for instance, even another instance of when it comes to tax time, you don't see men having memes made of them fucking a skinny woman out of her money. You see memes of a plus size chick being fucked out of her money. No, I'm not saying, and I'm gonna get onto the Instagram thing, I ain't forget. No, I'm not saying that big women, plus size, however you want to call it, cannot find love or cannot find a certain man to love them. But let's be honest, it's like, just like myself, when it comes to dating, you have to damn near go through, it's like a hassle, especially with this generation of men. It's like a hassle to find the right one. But I'm pretty sure it's even harder for you. And I have friends that's plus size that even said it for themselves. That said, you know, you can either find men that's really love you for you, no matter what size he is, or they're either going to use you. You know what I'm saying? They'll portray like they like you, and then fuck around and use you for your money, or use you for a place to stay or whatever, because on some bum shit. So that's where the whole thing of black men like overweight women, I mean not black men like overweight women, broke men like overweight women, and Kevin Samuels said it.
That's the nicest way I can say that. You cannot evaluate who he has sex with. You got to evaluate who he is seen in public with. Who he is seen in public with. How often do you see high-value men pulling up to foco their child with a woman that's 250 pounds getting outside of his suicide doors?
Tariq Nasheed said it.
Black men don't chase overweight women. It's broke men that chase overweight women. And a lot of brothers, they have a problem with that statement.
So it's not like, and these are certain men of a certain stature, so it's not like they just making up shit just to shit on overweight women. That's reality. Now, you can't sit here and flip it and dice it and shit and try to make it something else because you don't want to hear it. It's even shit I have to hear from my damn self that I don't want to hear, but I know deep down it's the truth. I feel like when people get mad about certain things, they know it's the truth, but they don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? They want somebody to pacify them. Let me tell you something. That's why I said throughout this video, if you're not going to feel what I'm saying, go ahead and click out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to be honest with you. And it's probably not going to be the last video where I say something that people are not going to feel. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's go ahead and kind of wrap it up with the whole IG model and just mainstream and how society sees overweight women and what they would accept. Like Fashion Nova, I'm gonna use them. Fashion Nova, when you see plus size women on Fashion Nova, you only see a certain type of women, especially when they first came out. They're tall, okay, to stretch out the weight, and they have a hourglass type figure, and they're always smooth, skin polished, and they're either Hispanic or if they are black, light skin. I'm not saying they didn't have like a brown skin or a dark skin female, and it's not just with Fashion Nova, that goes with any one of those type of websites and apps, but they always have this certain type of image, something that they consider as tasteful. And I want to say Fashion Nova got a little backlash when they got a little backlash when they finally started showing plus size women of all shapes and sizes and heights and colors and all of that, you know, and stretch marks and dimples and cellulite and all that shit. Not saying that overweight women only have stretch marks and cellulite, but you get what the fuck I'm saying. And like I said in the comments, people, like everyday people in the comments will say, we finally got something that looks natural. Because to them in the past, I'm pretty sure Fashion Nova is probably thinking like, well, we don't want something that's put out. And a lot of plus size models, they only hire them because they don't want to put out something that they deem as distasteful or sloppy. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of men feel like that. You know, when going back to men, especially men who like overweight women, a lot of them don't like women that's considered sloppy. And I'm gonna get to the whole thing, and this is where, before I forget, about the whole thing when I said about the woman with the big arms and the salad. People got so hot about the salad. To me, it really was that serious. And to be honest, I was dead ass serious when I said that she did need a salad. And I'm going to stand on that. Why? Because she was obese. She was obese. I looked at her not like because she was big. Because, I mean, I know. Who hasn't seen an overweight woman? Okay, I see you, sister. But when I sat next to her, I'm like, yo, like, I remember her a few years ago, and she was big. But then, as time, you know, years I haven't seen her in a while, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I didn't say that out loud. I kept it to myself, like, wow, like, okay. And then what really made me say the whole thing about the salad that I missed out is because she was talking about eating some goddamn crab legs. And it was like midnight. Now, yes, we all had certain foods. I'm not saying I had the best diet or I always followed the rule of don't eat after 7. But let's be honest, and I'm not trying to be funny, but am I overweight? And I'm not saying that's an excuse, but if I know I'm overweight, why the hell would I eat crab legs or any type of meal past a certain time that's heavy on my stomach? Hell, I'm small, and it's been times where, not times, but it was that one time I ate some fried chicken here, over while I'm here, fried chicken and some fries, and my fucking chest was hurting. I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I said the whole thing of, just because you're big, that doesn't necessarily mean you're a foot from the grave. And just because you're small, that doesn't mean you're the most healthiest. It's just, it's more being small, or, you know, you tend to bounce back a little bit more quicker than somebody that's overweight. But like I said, with that woman, I wasn't trying to be funny. Yes, it might have sounded like it was fucked up, but it was the truth, though. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people like to stay away from the truth. And that's a lot of people. Hell, I even do it sometimes. I still do. I'm human. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing. That's, like I said before, that's the reason, one of the reasons why I left that video up, is why I'm human. You know what I'm saying? People make mistakes. So I'm also not going to sit here and, you know, crucify myself over a mistake, or cry and lose sleep over a mistake. When you're doing certain videos, the type of videos I'm doing, it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's just that easy. People who do haul videos, rap reaction videos, or prank videos, and so on, makeup, get ready with me videos, what the fuck type of backlash are you going to get? Like, let's be honest. So my type of videos is gonna deem to be pointed at and always picked on. People, to be honest with you, the haters, that's what's gonna help my channel. That's what helps a lot of people's channels. Of course, the people that fuck with you, but the haters really gonna watch. It don't matter. I can sit here and have people sit here and say, oh, you're fat shaming, and then turn around there and still watch my shit. And then there's going to be some people that might unsubscribe, and that's fine. Hit the unsubscribe button. It's okay. It's probably, I know from here on out to watch what I say, but I'm not going to pacify you. And that's just that on that. I hope and this is the second time me redoing this video. Like I said, I lost the first redo video. But I hope I cleared up everything, and I hope that y'all feeling it and really understand it this time. As I'm talking throughout this whole entire lengthy ass, long ass video, I feel like I did pretty good. I tried to capture the last time I recorded the redo. But yes, comment how you feel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. To all my haters, thank you. If you're not fucking with the video, I'm not gonna pressure you to to rock with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never gonna be the type of person that's gonna pay for likes and shit like that. Cause that's just, you know, I'm a Don Dada. No, but anyway, yes, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to follow my socials at India__Michelle on Instagram and Snapchat India.94. Until next time with a real ass video straight from the horse's mouth. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.